National Association of Realtors, which represents more than 1 million realty agents, settled a landmark antitrust lawsuit on Friday. The NAR agreed to pay $418 million in damages over a 4-year period. Now, this would also eliminate rules on commissions. The standard 5 to 6% commission will no longer be the rule. If the settlement is approved, both buyers and sellers will be able to negotiate fees with realtors. Scarlett Lizjack spoke with a local broker.
Broker and owner of Custom Realty LLC, Rick Horn, says the way he's been doing business for more than 20 years is about to change.
An offering is made from the listing agent to a buyer's agent, and that's offered up front. So when that agent pulls up that MLS, he sees the commission structure for that specific property. And that's going to be eliminated.
Horn says if the National Association of Realtors settlement is approved, the way commissions are negotiated will be different.
That buyer's agent is now going to either negotiate with a specific buyer or negotiate with the proposed seller that they're going to see a property for in advance of seeing that property.
Horn says this gives buyers and sellers more control when it comes to determining commission costs.
A lot of people have been they've taken everything at face value and whatever their agent broker says. Now I think they know from an educated standpoint that they can negotiate those commissions. I think potentially you could see commissions and payment structure be compressed down somewhat, but I think that's yet to be determined.
Horn says despite this new structure appearing to benefit sellers, there could be a downside.
If someone calls you off of a property and says, I want to see XYZ property, a lot of agents now will drop everything in order to go show them because there's the potential pool of money that they can make off that. Well, now you've got a lot of negotiating to do before you even go show them that property, which could also negatively impact sellers because they're not going to get as many showings. The people that need to buy homes will buy homes. The people that need to sell homes will sell homes. How everybody gets paid in the transaction, I think, is the biggest question mark at this point.
Horn tells me that if the settlement gets approved, there are still a lot of unknowns that will have to be sorted out before this settlement can go into effect. In Spartanburg, Scarlett Lizjack, 7 News.
And Horn tells us one of the big unknowns would be who pays the buyer's agents, whose commission would typically come out of the seller's proceeds. And if approved, the new rules are expected to kick in around mid-July.